Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another YouTube video. Believe it or not, this is my fourth time trying to record this video because audio issues, so yeah. But today we're going to be reviewing Wednesday Addams, the new Netflix series on Netflix. Obviously it's on Netflix if it's a Netflix series, but it's a new Netflix original. And going into this, I didn't actually know what to expect when I first was turning on the show. I didn't know what to expect. I watched the trailer. I knew Jenna Ortega. I knew she was a talented actress. I've seen some early reviews on it saying that the acting was impeccable and this and that and the other. And I was like, okay, well, what if it's not my cup of tea? Well, it ended up being just that. It ended up being my cup of tea. The dry humor, the dark humor, everything about it was just right up my alley. It reminded me of a lot of Stranger Things, and I feel like the reason it reminded me of Stranger Things is because of the young actress in Jenna Ortega. I feel like she reminds me of Millie Bobby Brown. Like, Millie Bobby Brown is the star of Stranger Things. Jenna Ortega is the star of Wednesday Addams. I feel like she is the reason why the show is doing as good as it is, and it will do as good as it will do because of her. She was just like, I'm not even just hyping it up. I'm genuinely saying this. This is obviously not an ad. I wish it was, but I'm broke. Spoiler alert. I genuinely think, she's the reason why the show's doing so good. That was one of the best acting performances I've seen all year. It was that good. It was genuinely that good. If you haven't watched it, you obviously have to go watch it. But outside of the acting, but I want to say this because I'm a big, I pay attention to acting. I love acting. I want to be an actor one day. So if you guys have any connections for me, DM me on Instagram. But anyways, so about her acting, I'm pretty sure she only blinked 2 or 3 times throughout the entire show, which is just insane because she was in front of the camera pretty much the entire show. So she only blinked 2 or 3 times, which is just wild that someone can do that. But outside of the acting, it wasn't just the acting. The storyline was fantastic. So it kept you guessing. And I know a lot of people say, oh, I guessed who the villain was in episode 2 or 3. I didn't guess it until episode 7, so trust me, it's not that easy to guess who the villain is if you haven't seen it. And if they had me guessing, they had a lot of other people guessing. And the storyline was just so great. I think this show is 100% gonna get renewed for season 2. It already tied Stranger Things for the most watch time in 1 week out of any show. So Stranger Things was 341 million watch hours. Wednesday was 341 million watch hours in the first week. That was Stranger Things 4 that got that in the first week. Wednesday, the first season, got this in the first week. So if that doesn't tell you anything, Stranger Things was at its peak in hype, and it got 341 million watch hours, and this show tied it when it just debuted it. If that doesn't tell you how good this show is, I don't know what will. I'm sure you've seen some edits about it, the infamous dance was just, that scene is just insane. That was just, oh my god, that was just it was incredible. But yeah, I love this show. I can't wait for season 2. I can't recommend it enough to you if you haven't seen it. But yeah, so I'm going to go through my predictions and talk about season 2 for a little bit. So if you haven't seen the show, click off at this video, go to Netflix, and then watch thy show, all right? And then thank me later via DM on Twitter or Instagram, and I'll say you're welcome. So yeah, if you haven't already clicked off the video, be sure to do so, or you're going to get spoiled. So at the end of season 1, it left us off with a cliffhanger. And the cliffhanger was Wednesday getting a phone and then someone texting her and saying, I'm watching you, and sent her a picture from inside of the school. So everybody's wondering, who's the stalker? Who's the stalker going to be going into season 2? My first initial thought was Enid, because Tyler was the villain in season 1, and he was the nicest to Wednesday throughout the entire show until the end. And then throughout the end of the show, or end of the season, Enid was the nicest one to Wednesday. So maybe the nicest one ends up being the villain. Maybe that's a little teaser. But if it's not Enid, then I think it has to be someone else in the friend group. I'm not for sure on who that will be. I don't know. I feel like it might be someone who Tyler turned. He turned them for some reason somehow. I don't know, but I would love to, I would love for it to be Eden personally. I feel like that'd be a huge plot twist, but it's probably not going to be Eden this early in the series. I don't know how many seasons they want to do, but I do hope this gets renewed. I do think it'll get renewed. But that was just my first initial guess on who the stalker is. If you guys have any guesses, guess or drop them in the comments. I want to see your guesses. Like, let me know who you think the stalker is, because I'm very interested. I might make a theory if I'm definitely gonna rewatch the show later this year or early next year. I'm gonna rewatch it and try to make a theory something, because the hype on the internet on the show is insane. If you guys haven't seen it on TikTok, like, it is everywhere. Like, this is Stranger Things type hype. I'm telling you, like, this show is the show, is like the Stranger Things that we've all been waiting for, is the next Stranger Things that we all been waiting for. So, like, I'm so glad that we got this, because now there's gonna be a lot of hype around Wednesday for the next few months, because I think that this is gonna be on the top 10 of Netflix for a while. I don't think there's gonna be any new Netflix original anytime soon that's gonna be better than this one. And I know you guys might be thinking I'm overhyping it. I personally don't think so. I genuinely think the show was that good. That's why I had to make a video on it. I think this was better than 1899, and I made a video about 1899. So if I made a video about that, have to make a video about this. But yeah, I just wanted to say, make sure to go watch it. If you have watched it, be sure to suggest it to someone, because I feel like this show just needs to be watched by everyone. And yeah, let me know who you think the stalker is going to season 2. And yeah, I'll be posting any new news about Wednesday season 2 or Wednesday in general. And same with Stranger Things season 5. I'll be posting news about that whenever that comes out. Hopefully we get more theories later on in 2023. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to drop like, subscribe, turn on notifications. And I appreciate you guys. Make sure you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.